All right, so good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us for the Pennsylvania Association of College Admission Counseling College Fair. My name is Kelly, and I'm going to serve as your facilitator this evening. We have some fantastic schools here with us today. Each of them will have 6 minutes to share more about their institution, but will be around for the entire session for questions. So make sure that you stick around and put those questions that you may have into our Q&A box. Before we get started, just a few housekeeping items that we have. Please make sure your camera and microphone are off so the panelists cannot see or hear you. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. This is just one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to check out the schedule on the website. Also, this presentation is being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/Pennsylvania. I'd now like to turn it over to our first presenter, who is at Pacific University, Oregon.
Hello, everyone. My name is Maddie, and I'm an admissions counselor at Pacific University in Oregon. So hopefully today I can inspire you to make that trip across the US up into the Pacific Northwest. So our location, Oregon is just above California in that top left part of the US, so just under Washington. Now, the city that Pacific University is located in is Forest Grove. It's a small college town. We have about 2,000 students, so it's a small school. But we're just outside of Portland, that large metro area where you'll have everything you need. But we're also close to the Oregon coast, which is going to have amazing internships, but also a really fun environment for you to get outside. And we'll talk more about that in a minute. So, being a small school, people are going to know you. When you make that trip and you're an out-of-state student, there's going to be other students like you that are not from Oregon. But the professors, that's going to be another part of your community here at Pacific. So this professor in this photo, this is Professor Chan. She is a professor of chemistry here at Pacific. So any of you that are interested in chemistry, biology, pre-med, you'll probably take a class from her. And, when she was in college, she studied chemistry, but she also studied dance. So while you're here, it's okay if you have multiple interests. We actually want you to. Now, some of you, I could probably ask and you could tell me, what your interests are. Some of you might not know. So take a look at this. This is all of the areas of interest that we have at Pacific. So for some of you, those pre-professional tracks in that bottom corner, you might see that we have some really great established programs for you to jump in and be on track to attend our nationally recognized physical therapy school, as well as our optometry school and pharmacy. But you'll also see that there's 5 different ways to study environmental science, and I have a full Japanese major. I have data science and computer science, but I also have theater and dance. At Pacific, being a liberal arts college, we want you to experience many different things. And what really sets Pacific apart are those out of the classroom experiences. So experiential learning, internships, job shadows, there's so many different names for, hey, go try this on, go try it out, find out what you don't like, right? But also find out what you do like. So internship opportunities at Pacific, we have some really notable opportunities. We're the only college located in the same area as Nike's headquarters here in Oregon, as well as Intel and Columbia Sportswear. But if you want to work with people, if you want to be a teacher, we have amazing school systems here in Oregon that can get you in front of people, right? So when you're going to get a job or to attend a graduate program, Pacific's going to help you get a degree for sure, right? Whatever it is amongst that list that you'll pick. But we're also going to help you get a resume so that when you are going into opportunities to do research, you can say, hey, when I was watching these cells grow in my lab on campus since I was a junior, right? That really sets you apart. So we also like to have some fun. Now at Pacific, we have some amazing events. Our largest event on campus is our student-run luau. So at Pacific, there's so many great ways to get involved, and you don't have to be from Hawaii or be Hawaiian to participate in this activity. This is completely student run. But we also have athletics as well. And those are large events, lots of support that happens for our athletes. Actually, a third of our students are student athletes at Pacific. So, you're going to be in a strong, athletic, competitive environment that travels up into Oregon and Washington throughout the Pacific Northwest. But your coaches might actually be alumni who have also gone through college, who are going to be a part of that community, that mentorship that we've already talked about here at Pacific. So I always like to make a plug for any student coming from out of state to experience the Pacific Northwest. We have a whole office on campus to get you out and experiencing it, whether it's a donut bike tour through Portland or actually getting out to the Oregon coast and trying surfing. We want you to be experienced in the world around you. So we're going to help you find those interests, right? But you might be coming in with that. So how do we help you pursue that passion? But we also know that college is an investment of you, your time, your growth as a person and professionally. It's also an investment of your money. So any juniors on tonight, I want you to pay close attention to that senior preview scholarship day. This is a chance to visit with us virtually or in person and get money, a scholarship to do so. So that's super important for juniors. And I'll be reaching out about that your junior year and senior year. Now we'll stack on other scholarships as well. So simply apply. That gives you access to all of the scholarship opportunities at Pacific. And applying to Pacific and getting accepted to the institution is really accessible. We have a free application, so just apply. We utilize the Common App, which is a great resource for you as a student. And then take a note of the optional test scores at the end there. That's going to be up to you, whether or not you feel as though standardized testing reflects your academic opportunity or profile. So know that you can get accepted to the institution and receive scholarship from us with or without those test scores. It really is up to you. Okay, so now you know me. So please feel as though you can reach out at any time. We like to call ourselves a family at Pacific. So I've basically just welcomed you to the family. So take a snapshot of my email. I'm also going to put it into the chat, but feel free to reach out at any time. Thanks for your time tonight. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Maddie. We appreciate that. Okay, so next up we have Lawrence Tech University.
Thank you so much. Let me share my screen here real quick. Hi, my name is Spencer. I am the admissions advisor here at Lawrence Tech. We are located in Southfield, Michigan. So just a little bit far away from y'all, but not too bad. So if you have any questions about anything, you can reach out to me directly. At Lawrence Tech, we have 4 different colleges within our university. We have the College of Architecture and Design, College of Arts and Sciences, College of Business and IT, and the College of Engineering, if I ever said that one. If not, we have 4 different ones I mentioned. So like I said, we're located right there in Southfield, Michigan. We're about 25 minutes north of Detroit. I usually say from like the airport that you would normally fly into, which is not technically in Detroit, even though it's called Detroit's airport, it's about 25 minutes away. So we're in a really nice area. We're right by Detroit, right by Novi, we're right by Auburn Hills. And if you know anything about those areas, that's one of the biggest areas in the United States in regards to jobs with technology, automotive based, and architecture. So we really are in a nice area for our students to get experience when they want to learn in the actual field. And we really promote that. We are very heavy in this idea of theory and practice, this idea that you're getting hands-on work when you're on campus, and then also you can really utilize that when you're in the field. So we have students in our labs, as you can see all around here. We have our state-of-the-art nursing lab right there with simulation robots that can go through every single type of medical emergency. We have our SAE garage. We have our smaller campus-sized classes and lab spaces that you can see there. We really try to make sure that you're a part of the class and you're actually a student on campus, not just this person just in this large auditorium. 4,000 students on our campus, 11-to-1 student-faculty ratio, average class size is about 17 students. So we really preach and pride ourselves upon this idea of this small campus feel as well. We have over 100 different programs that you could study when you're here at Lawrence Tech. We really encourage you to learn and explore while you're at LTU. We want to make sure that when you're here, you don't feel like you have to make a decision right away. And even if you think you do, we'll make sure that you get all the experience you need in all the fields that we offer to make sure that you're making the right decision. So we have over 100 programs, as I mentioned. You're going to apply directly to the major you're most interested in or the college that you're most interested in, and you're going to start those classes right away. Our labs, as you can see, as I mentioned, again, you're going to jump into those freshman year. We're going to give you a laptop loaded up with all the programs you need for your major, that LTU zone right there. That's freshman year again, because we want you to be industry ready right off the bat, just to make sure that you're making the right decision. So you can tinker around, play with the stuff that the professionals are playing with. So if you're in design, or if you're in engineering, or whatever program you decide to choose, you'll be using what the pros use, and you can kind of see if you feel like, hey, this is fun, or I want to go somewhere else. But the biggest thing about LTU is that we want to make sure that you feel like you belong at LTU, especially coming from another state. We want to make sure that you feel like you have a home here at LTU and on our campus. So we designed a brand new residence hall freshman year. That's that one in the big picture in the top left there. That's East Hall. It's actually larger than standard residence hall rooms you'll see elsewhere. We designed it so there's free laundry, free parking, free utilities. We have lounges for television, video game studying, music production, whatever you want to do, we have it, both individual and group areas for playing music. So if you want to just tinker around with a guitar or you want to jam with a band, you can do that. We also have over 100 different organizations you can join, fraternities, sororities. We have things that are theater-based. We have music-based, intramural sports. We have clubs that just try out different foods every single week and just see what they like better. It's a really cool place for you to just, try something different. We're also in, like I said, a great area. So in Detroit, there's fantastic theaters and sporting events. And then in Novi, there's great shopping. In Royal Oak, there's great restaurants. So you're right nestled in this area where anywhere you go 15 minutes away, there's something new for you. And we want to make sure that there's something there that you can find that you like. If you are an athlete or part of the NAIA, so we're a smaller university, we did just offer competitive cheer and esports. We have everything from a pep band, softball, baseball, basketball, football, hockey. We're all over the board. So whatever you're interested in, you can figure out what is right for you and then go onto that athletics website right there and fill out a recruitment form. That's the biggest thing. There are athletic scholarships that are possibilities for you. Just make sure that, again, that you fill out that recruitment form so our coaches can know that you are interested. But again, the big thing about LTU is obviously our education. There is no out-of-state fees for being a student, not from Michigan, so don't worry about that. We do have an application fee, but if you use our website and use the code LTU1932, you'll be able to get a free application only on our website, though. We are test optional, so if you don't want to send your SAT scores or your ACT scores, you don't have to. And then we'll just use your official transcripts to complete your application. You're going to get a scholarship based upon your work that you've done in school. It's going to be a merit-based scholarship, and then you also get a scholarship for being out of state. So great job. Right here is going to be your investment. I always just say, again, you get 2 scholarships from us just for being your merit scholarship and then out of state. So that cost goes down drastically. You can see how many students receive some sort of financial aid. So you're going to get something in regards to that. Just please make sure you turn in your FAFSA. Even if your parents say, oh, we're not going to, just fill it in anyways. The worst case scenario is that they're right. If you have any transfer credits, please send those in. We can try to make sure that that comes out of your credits that you're going to be taking while you're a student here. And then when you're a student on campus, you're just going to be getting experience in that field and getting those class experiences that you feel like are most important to you. So our big factor with LTU, though, is, again, that job preparation. And we have career services here to make sure that you're getting that experience and making sure that they're connecting you to people you want to be connected to. We have Handshake, it's an online database that helps you find the place that's right for you. All those jobs you can see posted. And then we have areas in Michigan and across the United States that you can go work at, whether it be a co-op or an internship, and find out if that's the right place for you. And over 90% of our students have jobs in their field at time of graduation. Here's all of our programs, as I mentioned. Just pick the college that's right for you, and then reach out if you have any questions. I'm going to put my contact information in the chat box here, but that's all for me. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you so much, Spencer. All right, so next up we have Keuka College.
Hi, so my name is Kyla. I am one of our assistant directors at Cuba College, and I recruit students from the Pennsylvania region. So Cuba College is located right on the Finger Lakes up in upstate New York. As I like to say, it's not just a lake, it's a lifestyle. So I'm going to chat with you a little bit about what we have to offer. So we are a small school, average class size of about 16 to 18 students. So you're really going to get to know your professors. They're going to know your name. They're going to know your goals, what it is that you are looking for. They're going to help you get to that point. We are a private institution. We've got some great aid available, great facilities, programs, and professors, and we are residential as well. So our students will live on campus all 4 years. We have some lakefront apartments, suite style, community style, so options for you each year while you're at Keuka. And then we are predominantly a 4-year institution, but there are some master's programs that are available to our students, Masters of Social Work, Masters of Literacy. So if you're looking to go to graduate school, that is also an option. And then we are liberal arts as well. So really giving you that great foundation for when you go out into the workforce afterwards. So these are the different majors that we offer. We offer over 30 majors. Now, what's nice about this is you can also mix and match, minor in something maybe. American Sign Language is very popular at Keuka College. We are one of the only schools up in the upstate area that offer this major and minor as well. So if you're an education major going into the health field, definitely take advantage because you never know what populations you might be working with down the line. And that could always come in use later on. But great professors in all of these areas. Some popular ones are business management, occupational therapy, and our psychology and social work programs as well. Now at Keuka, we do something called Field Period. We have trademarked this. It's something very unique to us and what we do in our mission. So Field Periods where every major every year gets to do an internship, cultural experience, community service, research projects, something that's going to help you grow, something that's going to add to that resume to make sure you're going to stand out to those graduate schools, stand out into those employers afterwards. So it's 140 hours. You have the whole month of January off to do that internship or cultural experience. And this really helps you kind of figure out, okay, do I actually like this career path? If not, let me change my major my freshman year, my sophomore year. Let me really go into what I'm passionate about. We've got a whole office that's there to assist you, helping you figure out where you want to go. We've had students intern with Nickelodeon before, San Francisco 49ers. So even though we're in New York, we still have students that go out into these big named organizations to be able to experience what it's going to be like for them in that career path. 20% of our seniors last year in January received job offers from their field periods. So that was really cool for them. They weren't expecting it. So they knew, hey, let me just finish off this, senior year and I can go into what I'm looking forward to. So that's always a nice surprise that could happen for you as well early on before you graduate. We are a Division III school as well. So 16 different varsity sports for you to compete in and plenty of different intramurals as well if you're not looking to compete at the Division III level. And also we do have esports as well. We're one of the first Division III schools in New York to get one of the teams. So they do compete nationally, which is a blast for them. And then life on the lakes, that's something we really try and take advantage of with our location. We have a whole outdoor adventure program at Keuka. There's nighttime kayaking, sunrise kayaking. We've got a ropes course on campus, a boathouse with kayaks, paddle boards, canoes, anything you can think of that you can take out for free. And we do a lot of different events down there at the lake. One of the most fun ones is Party in the Park. We have different local bands come, food trucks, and it's just a great way to start off the semester. But we also do a lot of off-campus activities as well. So students will go whitewater rafting, snowboarding, skiing. They'll go on different rafting excursions as well. So a lot of different options if you're interested in the outdoors. But if you're not, there's plenty of other activities on campus with our 40+ clubs that you can get involved in, like Student Senate, Campus Activities Board, Education Club, our honor societies. So a lot for everybody, no matter what you're looking for. So we'd love for you guys to join the Keuka College family this upcoming fall. So we are rolling admissions, so you can apply August of your senior year until the following August. I wouldn't wait that long because it does get a little stressful, but all we do require is the application on our website or the Common App, which is free. And then we are SAT, ACT optional as well. And we do have merit-based scholarships based on your GPA when you apply. So if you apply to Keuka and you fall within one of these GPA ranges, you automatically would get one of these scholarships if you are accepted, and they are locked in place. So if you come in with a 90% GPA and your sophomore year, you know, maybe your GPA goes down a little bit to an 85, you know, your scholarship's not going to go down. It will stay the same all 4 years, which is really nice. You can always count on that. We also do have different Keuka College grants available as well to really help with the cost of college. So over $18 million annually. We just want to make sure we can make college a reality and make Keuka College an affordable reality for you. So I'll put my contact information in the comments, but thanks so much.
Thank you very much, Kyla. We appreciate that. Okay, so next up we have Manor College. Jessica, you able to come on for us? Okay, it looks like her video has stopped. Are you able to share your presentation and still go through it, or do you want us to go to the next person and come back to you? Okay, let me see. So right now we're going to go ahead and move into Indiana University of Pennsylvania while I work with Jessica to get her video going.
Okay, sounds good. Good evening, everyone. My name is Nicole Carrera. I'm one of the Associate Directors of Admissions at Indiana University of Pennsylvania, or IUP. We are one of the Pennsylvania state schools, so we are a little bit more affordable than a lot of other colleges in Pennsylvania with lower tuition. At IUP, we have over 9,300 students that attend. Our most famous part of campus is the Oak Grove. It's the center of campus where all the trees are. A couple of the pictures down here at the bottom show the Oak Grove. We have students from from 46 states, lots of different countries. So not just everyone is from Pennsylvania, certainly. In terms of our majors, we do have over 100 majors for you to choose from. I would say our most popular majors would be nursing, criminology, safety science, psychology, business, a lot of the pre-professional majors like pre-med, pre-chiropractic. And then we have some majors that not a lot of colleges in Pennsylvania have, like fashion studies, interior design, and family consumer science education, but a lot of different majors to choose from. We also have a big graduate school. And then we have, instead of undecided students, we call them exploratory students. So if someone's not sure of a major, we have seven different options for exploratory students to choose from. So certainly don't have to know your major. We have some options for you as well. We have about a 17-to-1 student faculty ratio, a very strong and big study abroad program for students. And then we're also part of the National Student Exchange. So there's 170 universities throughout the country that participate. So maybe you want to take a semester and go to a school in California or Texas or someplace different. That's an option for you. And then I know a lot of people have talked about internships at IUP. That's very important. We have about 3,000 plus internship experiences that happen every year. So our students are even doing more than one. So it's very important, in every single major at IUP has internship opportunities, and about 73% of our interns get job offers before or right after they graduate. So it's a fantastic program to participate in. In terms of getting involved, we do have over 200 clubs and organizations. We have something called Crimson Connect, which is a website you can go to find out about those clubs and organizations. We're Division II, so we do have athletic scholarships for those Division II sports, and then lots of club options, including men's and women's ice hockey, men's and women's rugby. Those are popular club sports that compete with other universities here at IUP. And then we have a convention center on campus, so there's lots of entertainment, bands, comedians, just different things for students to attend. So it's a very active place as well. Any kind of support a student might need, whether it's the writing center and help with rough drafting your paper, to it's not listed on here, but we have something called Hawks Q&A in the library. It's a place you can go with any question you have whatsoever, and they will not stop until they either find the answer for you or find the right person for you to talk to. So that has been a great resource. It started during COVID virtually, and now it's an in-person place. So a fantastic one-stop place to go to find out anything you need as an IUP student. In terms of application, our application opens July 1st before your senior year. And it's just an online application through our website, and you just ask for your high school transcripts to be sent. We are not requiring SAT scores through at least 2025, so it is not necessary to submit an SAT score, and we have no application fee at all. And if you're a transfer student, certainly we would need your college transcripts. We also award scholarships at the time that you're admitted based on your grades. So you're going to find that out within a couple weeks after being admitted too. So you'll know early on that you're admitted and that you have received a scholarship to attend IUP. I mentioned some of these things already. Nursing and speech language pathology, those are majors that fill up quickly, so you would want to apply early for those. And we only require the FAFSA form. And like I said, the scholarships are awarded at the time of admission. We have about 76% of our students receive some type of financial aid by filling out the FAFSA. So it is important to do that to try to get as much aid as possible. And then like most schools, our tuition deposit deadline is May 1st, and it's $150 tuition deposit. Then you'll get instructions for signing up for housing, scheduling orientation, and all those fun things that you need to do. And if you ever have any questions, this is my contact information. And as soon as I'm finished here, I will also put it in the chat, and we encourage you to visit. The link is our website to our visit page that has all of our visit programs, and we'll just keep adding more visits throughout the spring for the summer dates. So thanks everyone for listening tonight.
Thank you so much, Nicole. Okay, so now we are ready for Manor College.
Hello, gonna share my screen here. Okay, so hi, my name is Chantalay Towns, and I'm one of the admissions counselors here at Manor College. And I just want to, introduce our campus and show you why you belong here. So Manor College is a small private Catholic college. We are one of the smallest Catholic colleges in Pennsylvania. We were founded in 1947 by the Byzantine Ukrainian Sisters of St. Basil the Great. One of the things I like to point out is that we were ranked the #2 safest college campus in the United States of America. So if you come to Manor, you will be in a very safe environment with 24-hour security on campus, as well as you would need a key card to get into every dorm and every space on the campus. Inclusive culture of belonging. We are very inclusive here. All are welcome. Although it is a small Catholic college, there is no discrimination here. We are all welcome. They welcome everyone here. We're in Jenkintown, PA, so we're about 30 minutes away from Center City. So we're very close to the city. A lot of malls, a lot of life around the campus, walking distance to Alvathorpe Park, which is a really nice park that normally you do need to live in this area to have access to that park. But with a Manor ID, you do have access to that park. We make your educational investment affordable. We are the best priced private residential college in Pennsylvania. For a long time, people thought that we were a junior college. We are not a junior college. We do have bachelor's and associate's degree programs, as well as certificate programs. We're a very intimate campus, and I love to brag about, our student to faculty ratio, 12-to-1. If you like small classroom sizes, Manor is definitely the place for you, definitely the place that you would want to come. Professors really care about you. They will email you. If you're not in class, they'll make sure you're okay. We also have a really nice feature in all of our classrooms. We do have cameras in every classroom that record every lesson. So whenever, you might be feeling sick, things might not have gone your way that day, these lessons get uploaded into your portal as soon as the class session is over, and you have access to it to study or do whatever you would like. We have 65% first generation students, very diverse campus, 43 countries represented, free tutoring, free counseling, free health services, free career services, and housing is offered on our campus. These are some of our majors. And like I said, for a long time, a lot of people thought that we were just an associate's degree at junior college. We do have bachelor's degree programs. So if you look at the color scheme up here, if it is orange, that is a bachelor's degree program. If it is yellow, it is associates. If it is green, it is a minor. You can obtain 1, 2, or 3 at the same time. Our application process. So you will fill out our free application at manor.edu. You do not have to pay. We do not require SAT scores. We do not require essays. If you have a letter of recommendation, that is great. We will look at it, but it is not required. We try to make our decisions within 2 weeks. Honestly, sometimes a little bit sooner if we have all the materials that we need, which is like your official high school transcript. We usually can make a decision as soon as the application comes in. Cost of attendance. So I mentioned before, we are one of the cheapest private colleges in the state of Pennsylvania. If you're a commuter, you're looking at about $19,000. If you are residential, you're looking at about $28,000. And we like to call that our sticker price. That's what we call it here at Manor. Because once you factor in financial aid and grants and scholarships, that number does come down. Textbooks are included in your tuition if you decide to come to Manor, which is one of the best things that I like to highlight about Manor, because we all know textbooks can get a little pricey. Parking is free. A lot of our freshmen like to ask, can I bring my car on campus? Because a lot of universities do not allow freshmen to have car on campus because of space, parking and things of that nature. So it is free and you are allowed. We do have merit-based scholarships, $5,000 presidential scholarship, 3,500 founders, and 2,000 St. Macarena, based off of the GPAs that you see highlighted on your screen. So fly like a blue jay. We have student activities and campus life. One of the things I like to highlight is our food pantry. Where we let our students can just come in, they could donate, they could take food out if they would like, they could donate food, and it is open to anyone. You just come in, sign what you took out. You don't have to put your name, it's anonymous. We just like to offer that comfort for our students and their families. We have grievance support, student leadership opportunities. Also, if there's a club or something on campus that you would like to have and we don't have, you just need 5 other signatures, take it to student life, and you can get that club started. We do have residence halls, 24-hour security, 24-hour TV lounge, laundry room on every floor, internet, vending area, and every room does come with a fridge. So we are a part of the USCAA Division I sports, our men's sports, our baseball, basketball, cross country, soccer, indoor track and field, and outdoor track and field. And our women's sports, as you can see there, basketball, cross country, soccer, volleyball, things of that nature. I'm going to speed it up a little bit here and give you my information. And I will also put this in the chat. We have a lot to offer here at Manor, so I can go on and on and on, but I won't. So I will also put this information in the chat box. Thanks for listening, everyone.
You. All right, and our last institution that we have is Franklin and Marshall College.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our program tonight. My name is Christine Cahill, and I am the Associate Director of Admission at Franklin and Marshall College. And I am here to tell you all so much about what we have to offer you. So first, outstanding academics. When people think of Franklin and Marshall, that tends to be some of the first things they think about is the challenging curriculum that we offer our students in a small classroom setting where we offer them very dynamic but discussion-based classrooms where students are working alongside other students, but more importantly, working alongside with their professors. They really do develop a strong relationship on our campus. A big part of that has to do with our size. Franklin and Marshall College is a small liberal arts college located in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. We have just shy of 2,400 students, and we only work with undergraduate students on our campus. So there are no older students, doctoral students, master's students, professional school students, that our students are vying for opportunities for internships, but more importantly for Franklin and Marshall students, they're not vying for opportunities in the labs, doing research, whether it be their own independent research or working alongside one of our professors. With a smaller campus, we have small classes on our campus. So on average, students are seeing about 17 students within the classroom, capping at about 30 for some of the lower level core courses, but students aren't surprised on our campus when they have 10 or less in their classroom. Again, being such a heavily discussion-based campus, having those opportunities to really connect and engage with their class is really important, and it's a big part of their learning experience on our campus. 9-to-1 students to professor ratio. So students really do get to know their professors, not only in the classroom, but more importantly for us outside of the classroom. There's a true collaborative atmosphere on our campus, and students really do find those professors that they really connect with and really see them more than just the professor. They become mentors, and there's a real strong mentorship opportunity that develops. For a lot of our students, that tends to be some of their first networking opportunities, is working alongside with the professors, learning about how they came about their path academically and then career-wise, and then just learning from all of those different opportunities. Franklin and Marshall College offers over 60 programs of study. Typically, our students will double major on our campus, so we really don't limit our students when it comes to their academic interests. We encourage them to really explore and experiment and take advantage of all the different things that they could potentially be excited about. So you would see a lot of our students at Franklin and Marshall College double majoring on our campus and maybe even having a minor included with that. For some students, they just can't choose between multiple disciplines. So we allow them that opportunity to create their own program. So they sit down with an academic advisor from each of those programs. They sit down as a team. The student explains why each of these disciplines are so important for their future. And then together they find all the courses that are going to springboard that student down that academic or career path, whatever it might be. And then with all those courses that have been brought together, they have now created their own unique program on campus. Franklin and Marshall, for our size, is highly diverse. A lot of students are pleasantly surprised when they see that, when they come to campus and start doing research about Franklin and Marshall College. For one, a lot of students assume that it's all Pennsylvanians, and we're not. You're gonna see a large diversity and representation on our campus. We like to consider ourselves a small global liberal arts community, and students on our campus will find themselves immersed from day one on campus in all the different opportunities that our students have. With 42 states, 46 countries represented on our campus, it brings a lot of different perspectives, not only into the classroom, but also outside of the classroom. So the students are learning that there's more than one way to see things, to find solutions. And when you work in such a collaborative manner as we do on our campus, it really brings the students together to see that a lot, like you have one side, you have another side, and in the middle is where you're gonna find a lot of those amazing solutions. And it's really exciting for the students to learn from one another and to really dive into those opportunities. And being immersed so early on our campus, we find that our students really get more excited about study abroad, study off campus opportunities, and they take full advantage of what Franklin and Marshall has to offer. We have your traditional semester programs. On average, our students will typically use a fall or spring semester of their junior year to study abroad. However, we offer other opportunities for students. If they can't get away for a semester, we have smaller immersion programs that they can participate, typically over the summer, but then also during some of our longer breaks. But we also have a program in Bath where first semester, first year students have an opportunity to experience the study abroad opportunity. So a lot of different ways for our students to immerse themselves. And something I've already sort of highlighted is collaboration. We wouldn't be who we are if students weren't working together. And it's one of the things I love about Franklin and Marshall College. We are a selective school. There is a strong rigor and challenge to the academics, but it isn't about me mentality on our campus. The students really care about one another. It's about thriving and succeeding together as a group, not about being an individual and being successful. It's important that we succeed individually, but our students know that they're going to do the best when they're working together and looking for solutions together. And part of that is built into the everyday campus experience. So we have a interesting way that our students are placed into their housing. Students are sorted during their first year into one of our 5 college houses. And from that moment, they move on into the different, and they're part of that house for all 4 years. And we have students who are landing in successful rates. 94% of the students are finding employment or going on to graduate school. Lots of financial opportunities, need-based opportunities for our students. And then admissions, we are a test optional school. We do encourage students to interview with us because of being test optional. It's a great way for our students to get to know one another. We are truly holistic in a review of our students. So it is case by case when it comes to the application process. We offer multiple opportunities for applying, and my contact information. Should you have any other questions, please never hesitate to reach out, and we'd love to have you on campus so you can see what I'm talking about. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Christine. We appreciate that. Okay, so we have a couple of questions that we're going to ask our presenters. So I'm going to ask them all to come on camera for me. And you can stop sharing your screen also for me, Christine. We are going to do, we have a few more minutes. And so just want to take an opportunity to ask you all some questions to provide some information to those who are here. And so the first question we have is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? And so we're going to start with Maddie.
Yeah, great question. You know, I was a first generation college student, which meant I was the first one in my family to go through this process. So I love sharing insights and hearing what other colleges have to share. My piece of advice is that throughout the college application process and even up to your decision, you know, become comfortable with talking about yourself. It's awkward talking about yourself, and it's even more difficult to do that well. So really, truly take some time to reflect and talk with some of your mentors or some of your support network to see what do you do well and what can you be confident in that colleges want to hear about. So don't be afraid to have a little bit of a brag of some of your accomplishments throughout this process.
I think I'm up next. I mean, what I will say honestly is that you can kind of tell by talking with all of us here today, you have resources here at the schools you're looking at to help you out. Just don't be afraid to ask questions. We've heard everything. I mean, I've heard stuff about our tuition. I had a question asked about how our nachos were on campus. I mean, I've heard every question brought up to me at a college fair and these events. So I promise you that if you're curious about something, it's so much easier just to come directly to us and just ask us, hey, what was that thing you said about that program? What was that classroom you talked about? Or what was your class size again? Whatever it is, just ask us, because we'll help you out and we'll make this process a lot easier.
I think my biggest advice as you're going through this process is visit the campuses and also meet the professors of the programs you're interested at your top schools, because sometimes that really can be the deciding factor for you, because ultimately all we want for you is to find the right program for you. And if you're not happy with the program you're at, you're not going to be successful there. So make sure you do that research beforehand, whether it's Cuba College, whether it's, you know, Pacific University, you know, we want you to find that right fit no matter what college. So make sure you chat with those professors, because that's really helpful.
So I would say definitely take your time. If it's the most important thing I can say is take your time. You know, this is the place that you're going to spend the next 2 to 4 years of your life, maybe, you know, even more. And you want to just make sure that this is a place that, you know, you feel at home, you feel welcome, you feel comfortable, you know, there is no, you know, you have people that you can go to the X for advice, and recognize your support systems. Try to figure out who those systems are, whether it's in your personal life or at the school, that will help you and support you through the college process, because it can be difficult sometimes.
I have to echo what Kyla said, because I always tell students, visit if you can. I know sometimes it's hard, but even if it's a virtual tour that we have online or something like that, to at least get to see the campus, but even if it's not in person, even if it's virtually, or if colleges have admitted student programs that you're interested in, for one last look if you're deciding between IUP and somewhere else or whatever the schools are, just try to get to campus or something where you can really see and experience what the campus is like.
Thank you all. And I'm sorry I can't let Christine answer because we are running out of time. So I just want to take this opportunity to thank everyone for joining us. We really appreciated you being here with us. And so after you close this window, a very quick 5-question survey will appear. We really appreciate your feedback. Make sure to sign up for more sessions. We have a few more that you can look throughout the list for this evening. And then also the recording will be available at strivescan.com/Pennsylvania. Thank you all again to our presenters, and we hope that you all have a great evening. Bye.